Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing great, and I hope most importantly that you're staying safe in this cold weather, depending on where you're at. For me, the phone read feels like negative 30 degrees outside. I've never felt what negative 30 feels like, but when I let my dog outside to go do his business, I felt some cold wind that if anything was to feel like negative 30, I'd say that felt like negative 30. Honestly, I hate the cold, and I don't even like 32 degrees, let alone negative almost 32 degrees. So hopefully this weather passes. I know it has been beyond cold. Other places up in Canada, negative 45, like actual temperature. So it feels like, I don't even know what that was, but man, oh man, I hope you guys are staying safe. Hopefully your animals are doing well. Also, I know obviously it's a difficult time, especially if you have outdoor animals. But you probably gotta get a lot of those inside. But either way, today's video, we're gonna talk about how much Plarium loves holidays, and then we're going to go into like kind of a tangent basically. So we know obviously Gallic and Zargala playing a little snowball fight, so Plarium's going all out with that. We have some Christmas trees up here with some presents underneath of them. We're not able to click them to claim them, unfortunately. I think we're getting a gift tomorrow, maybe, but I guess we'll see when that happens. We have some events over here with some pictures of a rat. We have the Christmas event that does have a picture of some presents, and these presents in this picture, little do we know, were actual presents. But not for us. These presents were actually for Plarium. And today, what I want to do is first up, open my 10 Void Shards that I have because, you know, I've been saving really hard. But 10 Void Shards, I want to open those up. And then I want to dive in and see what kind of Christmas present Plarium has given to themselves and what kind of the valuation that would be. Now, if I valued it in Plarium's terms, it would be like $5 per Void Shard. Not really that much, but it'd be crazy amounts. We're going to value it as a good deal in Plarium offerings of packs, okay? Now, one deal they do have, which I think is pretty decent, is this mini mix pack. I'm a big fan of the mini mix pack. I always have been, especially when it's a double value. I did buy one of them today. I've been cutting back my spending a lot, but I could use some energy if I want to push plat. The tokens are nice, and the 3 Void Shards gave me 12, so I'll do a 10 pull. You know, why not? Do a 10 pull a Hegemon, pull a Warlord, pull a Yumiko, and then I'll probably just have to end the video there because I have nothing negative to even troll Plarium about, period. Here we go. Skimfos, an amazing champion. Obero has some uses. I'm not going to use her. Harkin, I actually did a video about her a few days ago with her debuff spread and how you can spread debuffs from Rhonda that can't be resisted. And when you spread those, they don't require accuracy and they can't be resisted, which is pretty cool. But either way, Skimfos, very, very good champion. I do use him. And my Fire Knight team actually have a pretty fast Fire Knight team using Skimfos. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more shards. Why not? And then I want to do some math, dive into the calculations behind these events. So for those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, we have a 2x event going on right now alongside a 10x event for Georgian, the Nutcracker dude, who's an absolutely amazing nuker. So you have all the big whales want to pull for him. And then we also have a champion chase tournament that has Torment as a top reward. Now, I'm going to be honest, okay? Let me know, if you're going for this event, do you really care about Torment? On this global leaderboard, I can tell you, probably 99% of the players on this leaderboard already have Torment or don't really need him. Torment's a great champion. Torment's a very solid champion, but he's not really used in the level of arena that the players who are going for this event really hard are playing at. So those players are playing way up here. Torment is difficult way down here. I mean, block debuffs, cleanse with block debuffs. There's a lot of options to counter Torment. Heck, Dark Elhain is supposedly counters Torment very well. So the Torment Pros is, I guess, a nice to have, but I don't know how many players are actually going for that. So either way, the players on the top of this leaderboard, what I wanted to see is how many Void Shards they've pulled. So I did some notepad, of course. So notepad, note taken over here. We'll go ahead and hide that. And let's see what kind of Christmas present the top 100, well, first off, we're going to talk about the top 10 players, okay? The top 10 players right here, you can see them right here. These 10 players, what kind of Christmas gift did they give to Plarium this year? Because after all, that was the main Christmas celebration. That is where these gifts come from, is the gifts that the players have given to Plarium themselves. So let's go ahead and pull up some numbers here. So what we're going to be basing this off of are the rates during a 2x event, okay? So obviously, it's going to be heavily skewed. Some people get amazing luck. Some people get not so good of luck. But if we're going off these rates, it's going to be 83 rares, 16 epics, and 1 legendary champion, and 100 Void Shards pulled. Okay, so obviously we have a mercy system at 220, so there's going to be a lot of other factors And of course, you can get free void shards from clan boss, from your dailies, whatever it may be. So we're not going to factor in the reduced cost of voids. We're just kind of get a decent idea, okay? So this is going to be the average. So if you pull 83 rares, it's going to be 4,150 points. That's 50 points times 83. I'm getting the 50 points from this champion training info right here. So right here, void champions, here is all the information for them. So there we go. We have that squared away. So for 16 epics, it's going to be 5,600 points. And then for the one legendary you pull, if you get lucky enough to pull one legendary, 100 shards, you're going to get 650 points, which leaves you with a total of 9,400 points per 100 void shards. So what I've done is took the liberty to go ahead and add up the points on the top 10 global leaderboard. So before I do this, think to yourself or comment it down below how much money. Yeah, comment it down below. How much money, and like the video and subscribe while you're down there as well. It's much appreciated. But how much money do you think these top 10 players have contributed to Plarium in this void shard event? Now, whenever I do the calculations, or how many void shards do you think they've pulled? Either one. Now, when I do this, it's going to be valuing based on good deals. Some of these players are getting really good deals. Some of these players are getting really bad deals. They don't care about money. They just throw it wherever they can. So here we go. We'll scroll down just a little bit more. We have 1,203,861 points in just the top 10 place. Now, that may be a little bit more. I did this math a couple minutes ago, so it may have increased since then. Let's go ahead and see. 1,203,861 3,861 divided by 9,400. Okay, so that's 9,400 points. This is the total points they have. We're going to divide it by 9,400 points, and then we're going to times that by 100. So it's going to be 128 groups of that 9,400 points times by 100, and this should give us the amount of void shards that were needed to be pulled to get a total of 1.2 million points. So the total number of void shards that the top 10 players alone have pulled is 12,807. That's assuming the rates are the expected ones, which they probably are over the course of that massive of a pull, but 12,807 void shards pulled. Now, what kind of valuation per void shard are we going to give this? We're going to give it $2.26. This $2.26 per void shard is basing it off of Smiley's breakdown of $2.26 per void shard in the bigger version of this pack right here, which is one of the better, if not best, void shard specific packs that they offer pretty frequently. Now, obviously they have holiday specials, which are even better. Let's go ahead and do some math. So here we go. Got the calculator and the notepad. $2.26 per void. We have 12,807 voids times 226, which totals out to be $28,943. Plarium. Looks like to me, you guys got a pretty nice Christmas gift for one day. It's not even Christmas yet, okay? And that's just the top 10 players. $28,943. Now, what I did after that is I went to the players that were after the top 10 players. And I took a look at just the next 90 players. I didn't go through and add them all up. I took kind of a rough estimate of about 4.5 million. I think I did 50,000 times 90. There's majority of them are 50,000 or more. We have some players down here who are not, some players up here who are significantly over. So I did 50,000, I think, times 90. Let's see, times 90 is 4.5 million. So let's do some math based off of that. So 4.5 million, we're going to go ahead and divide that by 9,400, which is going to be 478 times 100. So 47,872 void shards open. Okay, that's not even the money spent. So we have 47,872 voids, which means at the value of 2.26 per void shard, man, 108,191. $108,191. That is just from the next 90 players, okay? You have the top 10 players giving $28,000, and then you have the next 90 players giving $108,000, and then you have the countless other number of players giving who knows how much money. But Plarium, I gotta say, this 2x event plus the 10x for Georgid plus that Tormund, man, you guys gave yourself a nice Christmas present. I'd say with all that money, you guys can definitely afford Gallic and Zargala playing that little snowball fight down there. Hey, I'd say it's a pretty good outcome. For me, unfortunately, I just got a bunch of nothing for my void shards. But maybe they're onto something. It's a pretty nice Christmas gift. But either way, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that breakdown. It's something that I thought was kind of interesting. I kind of wanted to know about. It's really no relevance to the game. I guess a little bit. Either way, I thought it was something interesting. So I wanted to shoot a video, share it with you guys, and show you all that, yeah. You thought Plarium did nothing for Christmas so far, but in reality, they've done pretty significant. They've got a massive Christmas gift, okay? These Christmas gifts should be way bigger than what they are. But guys, with that said, hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas yourself if you do celebrate, and I will catch you all in the next one.